Hi there, you are at the AVAX Avalanche Wyckoff session, and let's look at what the charts are telling us. Here we're looking at the weekly chart of AVAX, and remember the weekly time frame is going to affect or control how far the daily would go. So we'll always start with the weekly and then understand where we are and look at the daily, so we can kind of guess what's the higher possibility. So here in weekly, after this decline with a selling climax and automatic rally, there was a second test in mid-June. Now we are at the leg upwards, and it's basically around this yellow support resistance line at around $21. So this is why we have a green cross right now, because basically people are not exactly debating, but they use their actions, buying and selling actions, to debate whether this is an equilibrium or fair price position. And after these stages, we would assume, or most of the cases according to Wyckoff, a sign of strength would happen. But before this happens, like if I say, oh, it's going to go up, it will eventually be, assuming the entire industry and this project itself is healthy. But there are chances that there will be fluctuations before this thing happens. So don't expect it's always a straight line upwards. There can be fluctuations in the middle, and that's going to be something that hit your stop loss. That may happen. And then after the sign of strength, there will be something called backup or last point of support before the pump. So let me put it here with a question mark. So that's what we are waiting to see. Hopefully the price would get to somewhere near the 25.45 range. That's where the automatic rally was. So that you see the wicks poked through this resistance line at around $25 roughly, and then returned to the second test. And now we're waiting for the sign of strength to appear. That's the big picture context. If we go lower, so we talked about this selling climax, automatic rally, and then second test, sign of strength, and other tests, backup LPS, and then this leg upwards. So basically that means it's heading towards a buying climax. If the weekly is really shooting to the orange line to show us a sign of strength, the buying climax, it's going to appear pretty soon. So here we see quite a bit of volume, basically I would say a little bit higher than the average in maybe June time. Yeah, not that crazy, not that it's probably higher than the first week of July this month, basically, by 20%. But here, if we look at this, currently it's being suppressed under this resistance line at around $23. So if the price do shoot up to show us a buying climax, because the weekly is trying to hit the sign of strength around the $25 range, then the daily would do the same, shoot above the $23 resistance line and get to somewhere around $25 to $26. $26 or even 27 is the center line of this long-term playground zone. So you see, since 2021 all the way to where we are now, a lot of times there were frequent activities along this line whenever the price gets to this level. So those are the two levels we are looking at. If the price or does come down from the buying climax, maybe it's a lower buying climax. Let's say if it just passed through the blue line and then returns, then we'll see another selling climax appearing, much like what happened in mid-June as well as mid-March. So that's where it is now for AVAX. See you